All right, Shalom. This is the brother Mayum coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Radash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. And much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and sincerity. Let me just set this right here. So basically, through the Spirit, I just want to get this lesson. I meant to do it yesterday, but kind of went in a little bit with the call with the brother. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and get into this because we're approaching the times of the end. All right, we're basically approaching the times of the end. All right, and well, first let me start off with this one first, and since the Spirit is bringing this up. All right, we're living in the times, man, where things are beginning to happen. Judgment is you can see judgment happening more and more every day. All right, Jake is rising up. When I mean Jake is rising up, I mean Jake is getting sick and tired of Esau's BS. And he's starting to Jake is starting to fight back, so to speak. All right. But what you Israelites need to understand, man, all right, is that you need to wake up to who your true power is, which is his name is Yahweh, and his only begotten son is Yahweh Shai, man. All right? That's why when we start off lessons, whenever you see a man of the Lord start off a lesson, they'll give all the glory and honor to Yahweh. All right? Bahashem, which means in the name, Yahweh Shai, the only begotten son. And then Bahashem, in the name again of the Holy Spirit, Rachak Wadash. Okay? All right? And Jake need to come back to that, man. And get right, man. Hey, because the times are getting close, man. All right? And Jake doesn't realize that, man. Jake doesn't see the things that are happening as a sign from the Lord that all hell is getting ready to break out here, man. All right? Oh, hey, race riots are just around the corner, man. All right? We see it all the time, man. We see it all the time in the news on CNN. All right, you see it out on the streets, man. How the way these devils look at you, man. All right, you got this caravan of Jake coming. All right, from Central America, Zebulon out there, making their way through Mexico right now. All right, trying to come up into America. Well, guess what? You got your president Donald Trump. All right, talking about that if anybody. All right, throws a rock or something at those soldiers that they're gonna confront at the border, that they have the okay to for live fire, man, or shoot to kill. All right, so this devil is being exposed, and you still got Jake that is still sleeping out there, man. You still got Jake that's sleeping on the Lord, man, because that's what it is, man. You sleeping on the Lord, man. You're not sleeping on this. Well, you sleeping on everything, man. You dumbass 2/3 out there, man. You Jake out there, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You guys are asleep, man. All right, matter of fact, I'm going to get that first. All right, I'm going to get that first, man. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 11, it says, "And that knowing the time, that it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed," man. And you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites out there, man. All right, really, we're calling out to the elect, but our elect, hey, it's in our people, man. So I'm talking to all you Jakes out there, man. You Israelites, you need to wake the hell up, man. Wake up to what your true nationality is, man, and wake up that this damn devil, the so-called white man Esau, is the devil, man. He's your enemy. You need to wake up, man, because let me read it again. It says, "And that knowing the time," and how do you know the time, man? Let's read on how you know the time. All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's how back here in Romans 13 and 11 it says, and that knowing the times. And how do you know the times? Because you're measuring the times diligently, man. You're seeing the signs past. And where are those signs written at? All right, what's the measuring stick that you use to measure the times? Is the scriptures, man. The holy scriptures. All right, the word that was given to our people, the Israelites, man. Because this is a book of our history, a book of our customs, a book of way of life. All right, and through these words, through this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you find in this word, if it's given for you to receive it, all right, through that you receive salvation, man, because you start to do the things that you're supposed to do, preparing yourself for the bridegroom. All right, you begin to measure the time diligently, and you wake up out of the sleep that you're in, man, and that slumber that this damn devil Esau has got you in, man, because that's what the so-called white man has done to our people. All right, the so-called white man, he's taken our, we've lost our heritage, man, basically. All right, really is all through the spirit and power of the Lord. The Lord did all this to us because we already went through it, man. Or Salak, we didn't, Salak. We committed abominations, we sinned against the Lord, man, in our past lives. All right? So that's why we lost our heritage, man. The Lord chastised us, put us into slavery by the hands of the so-called white man and in these other nations. All right? But now, guess what? Now is the time for the Lord to redeem his people, man. All right, now it's time for the Lord to come back to redeem his elect, the 144,000 men, 12,000 out of each tribe, to salvation, so that they can inherit the kingdom, man. All right, and you Jake out there, man, need to wake the hell up, man. You need to wake up, man. It's night time to wake up out of your damn sleep, man. Stop being so damn lazy. Stop being so damn slothful and get with the program, man. Get with the program, okay? This is back in Romans chapter 13. I'm going to read 11 again. It says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake up out of awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." Hey, and that goes for brothers that been in this truth, man. Brothers that been believed in for a while. They've been doing the work. They've been sincere. They truly believe and have the faith in the works. Hey, guess what, man? Our salvation is nearer than when we believed, man. Hey, that's why we got to continue in this truth. And you Jakes out there that are just coming across videos, all right, just coming into this truth. Hey, man, you better get it. You better get with the program quick, man, because the Lord at any minute is gonna start to set things off, man. Okay, any minute now, the Lord is gonna start to set things off. The economy is about to crash. All right, we're on the brink of war. All right, with Russia, with China, Iran. Okay, we're on the brink of race riots here in America, which is all prophesied in the scriptures. All these things that I mentioned are prophesied in the scriptures, man. All right. This is verse 12. It says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand." All right. "Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness," which is the works of darkness are the works that you've done in this world, man. That's putting off the old man. All right. Because when you putting off the works of darkness, that's that old nigga you used to be in the world, man. Doing whatever it was that you might have been doing, man. All right. Well, you got to cast that off when you come into this truth, man. You wake up, just like when you wake up every morning. All right, you take those blankets off, all right, and you take off that clothes that you wore at night and you change it to something to get ready to go out to work or wherever it is that you're doing, man. That's the same thing that you have to do when you come into this truth, man. You get up, you take the sheets off of you, all right. You get up, you take the old man off, all right. You start to change your ways, man. All right, and getting ready for the day, all right. Cause right, when do you get up when you go to sleep? Most brothers, you go to sleep at night and you wake up when the sun's coming up, man, because you got to go to work. Now, there's some certain brothers, people out there who work at the night shift, and they go to sleep during the day. But, regardless, the point is that the day is getting ready to come when the Lord is going to return, man. The day is getting ready to come when the Lord is going to return, and you better be found doing the work, man, having the faith. Because if not, you're going to get caught out there with your pants down, all right? and you're going to get caught with the judgment that's coming upon the world, man. All right? Let me continue on reading. It says, let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. And how do you put on the armor of light? You study the scriptures, you go into some history, all right? You go into the history, okay? You start to mend your ways to the ways of the scriptures to the best of your abilities, all right? And you follow the Lord with your whole heart, man. And you have faith and you believe in the Lord. All right, that's how you start to put on the armor of light, man. Okay, amongst many other things. Okay, this was just a few to name. All right, verse 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. Because hey, everything that I just listed in that verse is everything that these people in this world do, man. All right, let me read it again. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunken. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get some of the blue letter on that to break down some of those words there. Just bear with me, Akim. All right, this is Romans. See, so you know already mess. Romans 13, and I'm at 13. All right, so it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting. So let's get that word rioting. And it says komos. All right, in the Hebrew is komos. It says a nocturnal, riotous possession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, and sing and play before houses of male and female friends. Hence used generally of feast and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. All right, and that's these people to a T, man. That's why when we go by bars or clubs, you know, brothers might look at each other. That place looks too riotous, man. This is what we talking about, man. All right, let me read it again. It says, well, I'm just gonna start from the bottom here. It says, hence used generally of feast and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. All right, but let me read the whole thing again, because the first part of it plays a good thing into, you know, why we don't indulge in these festivities and the bar scene and the whole nightclub scene like these people in the world do. It says a nocturnal and riotous procession of half drunken, and that's what these people do when they go out to the bars, to these clubs. You know, damn near every city, every major city got a strip of just nothing but straight bars. All right, where everybody goes to go have a good time. You know, so to say. It says half drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through. And when do people go out to go to these bars and stuff, man? It's usually after dinner, man. You go late at night, around 10, 11 o'clock. All right, to do what? To do nothing but to be in a riotous spirit, man. And that's not the spirit that you should be when you're in this truth, man. You got to put that off. That's one of the things that you have to put off when you come into this truth, man. When you wake up to this truth. All right? Now, I hit the point on the word riotous. Let's continue reading. It says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. So, you know, drunkenness is pretty plain, but let's get it. You know, let's get the word there. That's metha. And it says intoxication, which, hey, it goes in with rioting, man. Because what? It said half drunken. You know, these people get drunk. They go to these parties. You know, they go to these bars. And really, that whole vibe is like it said, for rioting, you know, let me get the word again, man. All right, rioting. Because it went into it, man, about how it says, after supper, parade through the streets. And that's what these people do. This is the word rioting again. Parade through the streets with torches and music. So there you go. You get your bars. They're always playing loud music. You got a ton of people in there. All right, gyrating, doing all different types of things. You know, dancing on, you know, women dancing on men, women dancing on women. You know, all types of things happen up in there. It says in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, man. And that's what these people do, man. They go out there. They have their riot. They go out in this riotous. Hey, just yesterday you had Halloween, man, right? All right, and I guarantee you had a bunch of those bars and clubs down in Tampa with nothing but people out there celebrating that wickedness, man. And guess what? Hey, they that was in a riotous spirit, man. Here it is. It says, and or some other deity, and sing and play before houses of male and female friends, hence use generally of feast and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry. All right. And that's what, hey, that's why you, when you come into this truth, man, you got to start retracting yourself from these people, man, because these people, all they ever want to do is go out, have a good time, go to these bars, go to these nightclubs late at night, man. Just, hey, just enjoying their lives, so to speak. But hey, that's not the spirit. Like the scripture said, it said, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness. All right, let's get the word chambering now. It says not in chambering, and that Greek word there is koita, and it says a place for lying down, resting, sleeping in a bed. All right, it says of adultery, cohabitation, whether lawful or unlawful, of sexual intercourse. It says a couch by extension, cohabitation by implication, the male sperm, bed, chambering, conceive. All right, it says not in chambering and wantonness. All right, so all these people, all they do when they go out, all right, is always sexual, man. And almost all the time, you get a woman drunk enough, and she's having a good time with you, and you're having a good time. Hey, you go back to the crib and you pop this random woman, man. And that happens a lot in these clubs and these bars, man. People having sex in the bathrooms. You go back to the car. You get a real quickie. Hey, man, you see the spirit of these people in this world, man. It ain't ready, man. These people is still asleep, all right? These people are still asleep, and that's why you got to get yourself out of that, man. You got to get yourself out of those things. All right, let's get that word wantonness. All right, the Greek word there is asalegia. All right, and it says unbridled lust, excess, licentiousness, lasciviousness, all right, outrageousness, shamelessness, insolence, all right, and hey, this telling you, man, you got to get out of that, man. You Jake out there need to wake the hell up and get out of this spirit that this world is in, man. All right, because hey, everything we just read and all is describing the spirit of these people in the world, man. All right, and what does scripture say? You are not of this world. Well, that's talking about the disciples. So if you having trouble getting away from this world, man, if you having trouble distancing yourself from people that have a worldly mentality and really don't have which is a majority of these people in this world, all right? Sorry to break that news to you, but the majority of these people, this is the spirit that they're in, man, and rioting and drunkenness, chambering and wantonness, man. And what does it say ending there? Not in strife and envying, man. All right? That's the spirit of all these people, all right? And it's important for you young Akim out there, you brothers, man, to get up out of this, man. Get up out of the things of this world, man, and get with the program. Get within the scriptures. Look at it, measure the time diligently, man, because the time is coming when the Lord is going to appear, man. All right? And that was it on that. Let me get back in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. All right, let me start at the top again. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Meaning that the Lord already had all these things planned out to come from the very beginning, man. From the very get-go, the Lord had this already planned out, all right? But here it is, the angel is giving you the breakdown of it, man. He's giving you part of the science, just like Yahushua did in Matthew chapter 24, all right? Starting from verse 6 on down, okay? Let me continue reading, though. It says, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, man. And that's what times that we're living in, man. We're living in the time of the end. And guess what? There's effects and signs being shown to the world, man. Effects by what? By wars, earthquakes, pestilences, all these crazy storms that happen. Okay, you get sightings of chariots, what the world deems UFOs, all right, which we know to be the chariots of the Lord. All right, more and more of those chariots are being spotted as a sign, man. All right. This is, hey man, this is why you gotta wake up, man, because there's a lot of things happening in the world, and it is signs. All right, it's the Lord showing His men that it's that very same time, man. It is that very same time when the Lord is about to come back. The Lord is getting ready to come, and you, Jake, out there are gonna get caught with your pants down, man. All right. It says, verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved. All right, this is the point here that I wanted to get. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, because you can't have one or the other. You got to have both. All right, you're not going to do the work if you don't have the faith, and you're not going to have the faith if you're not doing the work, man. Hey, man, how you going to say you have the faith? You have faith in the Lord, but you ain't out there doing His work, man. You ain't showing your faith. You ain't going out there proclaiming to the world the Lord, man. You ain't declaring His name out there, man. You ain't declaring His words to the world. All right? It says, whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation. All right, talking about the chariots. In my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. All right, so that's why you gotta wait. You, Jake, out there, man. If you're a part, the Lord is the one who's chosen the elect. Hey, can't nobody on this planet Earth say who's the elect and who's not, man. All right, that's why we call out to all of Israel. All right, to wake up out of your sleep, man, because hey, in doing so, the elect is gonna get sealed that way, man. All right, that's what our purpose as prophets of the Lord and as watchmen. All right, we watch, we measure the time diligently, and we tell Jake to get the hell up, man. Stop playing games with the Lord, man, because the Lord is coming to jack your ass up, all right? And this is why we're telling you to get up, man, and do this work. Have faith in the Lord. Do His work. Believe, okay? Because, hey, it said, it says, whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, man. So all these things that are coming to pass, that the Lord said are going to come to pass, including the nuclear missiles, including the famine, all right? And I'm not talking about the famine of the word. I'm talking about the famine of food. These pestilences, these martial law troops, these race riots. All right, the only way you're going to be able to, like it says here, preserved from those things, man, is if you have that mark of exemption that's spoken of in Ezekiel, man. All right, that mark of exemption, which that word there in the Hebrew is thawa, which means that mark of exemption. All right, I believe it said a mark. Mark them that well, let me just get it. Let me just get it real quick. Just bear with me, Akim. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9. And verse 4. All right, it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. And when you go into the Hebrew word there for mark, it's thawa, and it means a mark of exemption. What are you being exempted from? This judgment, man. We just read it in 2nd Ezra. All right. Let's read it again. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land. So you see, those are the people, those are the men that are going to have the mark of exception, that mark upon their foreheads, man, that sigh and cry, because when when you do this, when you really get into this truth, man, you're sighing and crying unto the Lord, man. All right, you're sighing and crying unto the Lord. All right, because we're tired of the things that we have to go through in this damn world, man. We're tired, and we know why. We have to go through these things because we went off. We committed sin to against the Lord, and so now we're asking for repentance, man. We're asking the Lord to forgive us, and we're sighing and crying, man. We're sighing and crying about the things that we're having to go through, man. All right, but what? We ain't just sitting on our asses behind a computer screen watching videos all damn day, man. We do the work, man. You do your videos, you do your studying. All right, you go out on the highways and byways and you do the work, man. All right, so that you may receive that mark of exemption, man. Because if not, hey, you're gonna be toast, man. Literally, you're gonna be toasted. All right, but that's basically it. You know, I can keep on going there on that chapter 9 is pretty much, that whole chapter is pretty good. But the point's been made, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. But with that, hey man, the time is at hand, man. The day of the Lord is at hand, and you Jake, hey, Jake better wake up, man. You Negro, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you better get up out of this spirit that's in this world, man, and get right. Okay? And with that, I want to say Shalom, Akim.